Today, we're going to draw one of the most powerful and beautiful creatures in the ocean, the killer whale, also known as the orca. With its distinctive black and white color scheme, powerful body, and fluid movements, the orca is a simple yet fun subject to practice your control of contrast and curves. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced sea creature artist, feel free to take it easy. These steps will help you create a powerful yet soft and aesthetically pleasing drawing. Grab your paper sketch pen's eraser, and if you're planning on coloring your favorite color palette, let's get started. First, visualize the orca's overall body. The killer whale has a long arrow-shaped body with a thick upper body that tapers towards the tail. Draw a very gentle curve representing its spine, starting from the head and extending to the tail. Then at the bottom, draw a curve that follows the direction of the back line, creating a soft horizontal teardrop-like shape. Keep the strokes light so you can easily edit them later. Once you have the basic outline sketch out the head, the orca's head is not too round but tapers slightly forward. Draw a small oval at the top of the body but leave the front edge slightly pointed to show where the snout is. Next, sketch in the eyes. The killer whale's eyes are very small compared to the body, so you only need a small oval dot in the front of the head slightly off to the side. Don't place the eyes too high. They are near the mouth line and slightly back from the nose. Next, we'll define the mouth. Orcas have a long mouth line that curves slightly upwards, giving the impression that they are smiling slightly. You can draw a soft curve from the front of the snout that extends a little back. This line is important because it helps to show the characteristic expression of this species. Now let's move on to the most distinctive part of the orca, the white patches on its body. First, just above the eye area, draw a large oval or inverted teardrop shape. This is the prominent white patch on the head that everyone will recognize. Place it slightly above the head and extend it towards the back of the head. On the belly, sketch a large white patch that runs along the lower part of the body. You can make it a long oval or a curved patch depending on your style. Make sure it is unbroken and distributed naturally along the body's curves. With the areas of color marked, we move on to the fins. The dorsal fin is an extremely important highlight. Killer whales have very tall dorsal fins, especially males, sometimes reaching nearly 3 meters in the wild. Draw the dorsal fin as a large triangle with the base in the middle of the back, the front edge straight and the back edge slightly curved. Let the fin stand straight, creating a strong and majestic feeling. The pectoral fins are located on the sides of the body, closer to the head than the middle of the body. The orca's pectoral fins are wide, long, and slightly rounded at the tip. Draw them curved slightly back to show movement in the water. For the caudal fin, sketch out 2 lobes that open slightly to the sides. The orca's tail is not pointed but wide and thick, fan-shaped. Make it rounded at the tip and flow smoothly into the body. Once all the major parts are sketched out, go back and refine the lines and create movement. Orcas rarely stand still. They glide through the water with a soft curve to one side. You can create a gentle curve for the whole body, such as the body curving to the right. This gives the drawing a sense of movement and makes it look much more natural. Once you have the shape, draw the lines. Start from the head and work your way out to the body using smooth lines that are not too sharp. Orca's skin is very smooth and shiny with no obvious scales or wrinkles, so your outlines need to be soft and clean. Go darker in areas that are hidden from the light, such as the lower body or the back of the dorsal fin. For the eyes, a small dark dot is enough. Avoid making it too big and losing the subtlety. Next, we move on to the very important part, shading and creating the body. Since the body of the killer whale is mainly black, shading is not like that of light-colored species. Instead of painting the entire area in black, very dark focus on the contrast between the black and white areas. Paint the body with a steady pencil stroke, creating a dark gray layer, but still keeping the reflected light area. On the back, you can create a light strip to show the sea light reflecting off the skin. This makes the orca's body much more shiny and lively. The belly and white areas need to be handled delicately. Even though they are bright areas, there are still shadows in the hidden areas. Add a very light shadow on the lower edge of the white belly to create a sense of volume. Don't paint too hard or you will lose the characteristic cleanness of the white area. On the dorsal fin, you can create a darker shade at the back edge of the fin, then gradually reduce the shade as you move forward. This will help the fin look thicker and more dimensional. The pectoral fins should be treated similarly with a stronger shade on the underside. For the tail, darken the base of the tail to create weight and reduce it towards the tip to show softness and movement. If you want to color, use black, white, and a little blue or purple to create depth. Apply a light layer of black first, and then gradually darken the areas that need emphasis. The white areas can be painted a very light blue at the edges to create the effect of reflected light from the ocean. The eyes can be painted black with just a small highlight to create a lively effect. Once you have finished coloring, take some time to add small details to make the drawing more vivid. You can add some small waves around the body if you are drawing the orca floating on the surface of the ocean, or some rays of light through the water if you want to make it look like it is swimming in the ocean. These details are not required, but will help the whole composition look more beautiful and professional. Look at the whole work again. You will see that your killer whale appears strong, majestic, but also very graceful. The most interesting thing about drawing orca is the harmony between simple lines and clear color blocks, which gives you the opportunity to practice composition and control of shadows and curves. If the drawing is not as perfect as you want, do not be discouraged. Each redraw will help you understand more about shape, light, and movement. Thank you for following until the end of today's tutorial. Hopefully the killer whale drawing you just completed will make you proud and inspire your creativity. If you like drawing tutorial videos like this, do not forget to join us in the next lessons. Wish you lots of inspiration and see you again in the next videos. Today we will draw a lively and vibrant octopus. The octopus is one of the most unique sea creatures with a flexible body, a round head, big round eyes, and 8 flexible, undulating tentacles. This subject is both fun and challenging, helping you practice curve control, create soft shapes, and learn how to express dynamic movement. Whether you are a beginner or already familiar with drawing, sea creatures get your paper pencils, erasers, and if you want colors to bring your drawing to life. Let's start with the most basic steps. First, visualize the overall body of the octopus. The body of an octopus consists of 2 main parts, the round head and the long, soft tentacles. Draw a large oval in the center of the paper, which will be the head. Keep the lines light for easy editing, as the head is the center of the whole shape, and the tentacles will attach from here. The head should taper slightly downwards, creating a seamless flow with the body and tentacles. Once you have the body figured out, sketching out the tentacles will be easier. Next, sketch out the tentacles. Octopuses have 8 long tentacles, and they are never straight or even, but often curve in different directions. Draw each tentacle as a soft curve, some curving up, some curving down, or around the head. Each tentacle starts from the head of the octopus, gradually becoming thinner at the tip. The asymmetry is what makes the drawing look natural, fluid, and alive. Imagine each tentacle gliding through the water, flexible and soft. After sketching out the tentacles, go back to the head to add expressive details. The head of the octopus is where the drawing becomes lively and cute. Draw 2 large oval or round eyes slightly offset to the sides to create depth. Octopus has sharp eyes. You can draw vertical pupils and leave a small bright dot to create a sparkling effect. The mouth of the octopus is located in the middle of the tentacles under the head. Usually a small circle, you can draw a short curve to suggest lips. These small details will help the octopus become lively and emotional. Next, let's go into the details of the tentacles. Each tentacle has many suction rings on the underside, helping them to cling to objects and create a sense of flexible movement. You can draw small circles or long ovals running along the tentacle, but they don't need to be too detailed, just enough to suggest the shape. The suction rings should change in size, gradually getting bigger or smaller as the tentacle lengthens to create a realistic feeling. Sketch each tentacle one by one, adjusting the curve and direction so that it looks natural, as if the octopus is swimming or moving in water. Once the frame and main details are completed, refine the overall lines. The head should be drawn round and seamless. The tentacles need to be soft, avoiding hard bends. Go through each detail of the eye's mouth and suction ring, clarifying the small details but still keeping the flexibility of the body. You can add a few thin lines on the head to suggest a slightly wrinkled skin surface, creating a soft and realistic feeling. Now we will create shadows and blocks for the picture. The octopus has a soft, slightly shiny body with a certain thickness, so shading is very important to create depth. Determine the light source, for example from the top left. The head will be brighter, while the underside and areas hidden from the light will be darker. Use a steady pencil stroke to create a smooth layer of shadow along the body's curves. On the tentacles, the bottom and near the base are usually darker, the tip is lighter. Paint slowly, adding many thin layers to make the octopus's body look soft, flexible, and deep. If you want to color, choose a basic tone such as purple, pink, brown, or gray, depending on the species of octopus. Start with a light base for the entire body, then add darker shades at the bottom of the head, the base of the tentacles, and the areas that are hidden from the light. Add a light color like light pink or white to create a reflection of light on the skin, making the octopus's body smooth and lively. The suction cups on the tentacles can be white or light pink to stand out against the dark background. Once the colors and shading are done, add the final details to make the painting more lively. You can draw thin lines on the tentacles to suggest soft shapes, or add a few waves around them to make the octopus feel like it is swimming in water. If you want a few small bubbles, will also help make the painting more lively and interesting, giving a sense of natural movement. Once all the details are done, step back and look at the painting as a whole. You will see that the octopus appears soft, supple, and alive, thanks to the curves, light shadow, and subtle suction details. The special thing about drawing an octopus is the combination of curve control techniques, composition, and light, which helps the picture have both movement and depth. Even if the picture is not perfect, do not worry. Each drawing is a step forward, helping you to practice your observation skills, sketch, and express emotions in art. Before you finish, take a moment to look back at your completed drawing. Every stroke from the curve of the tentacles to the light in the eyes is a testament to your focus and patience. The drawing is not just an image of a sea creature, but also a combination of skill feeling and emotion. If the drawing is not perfect, don't worry, because drawing is a long journey and each practice helps you improve. Remember that art is a process of discovery and practice, not a final destination. The joy, patience, and inspiration in each stroke are the most important things. Each time you pick up the pen is an opportunity to experiment, learn, and create. Thank you for joining us until the end of the video. Stay inspired, continue practicing with more sea creatures, and enjoy each stroke. Wish you always be creative, full of inspiration, and see you again in the next video tutorials where together we create more beautiful and vivid works.